Hi there, this is the story of NIO. Right now, the market cap is about 14.2 billion and the price in recent days went up quite a lot. Now it's around $6.34. And the most important question is whether NIO is a great buy at the current level, at the current price and market cap. And the answer, you will find it in this box. During this video, I'll open the box and you'll find the answer here. Now, to understand my answer, you have to look at their business, the latest news, and what's next. Now, maybe you wonder, maybe you already know why the stock price has increased in recent days. Because they announced a new model, a new car, a new product, ES8 SUV. The price starting from 40K, the cheapest model of NIO, and they will attract new buyers. They also offer Envo, they have another brand, and Firefly. Plus, they announced, you already have it, a battery subscription model. Battery as a service. Customers pay a monthly fee to lease the battery. So they don't have a high cost upfront, but you'll pay monthly for that battery to swap it or to upgrade it. Now, is this good? Well, you have to ask yourself. First, you ask yourself, would you pay a monthly subscription for a battery to be swapped? Ask yourself first, and then your friends, and then you'll tell me in the comments your answers. I personally won't pay a monthly subscription for a battery, especially to lease it. No, because they will charge me higher prices. Now, this is just my view. Maybe you think differently, and you can let me know in the comments if this model, different from the other players, will be successful or not. I doubt about their subscription model for their battery. It's like leasing. You pay in installments. I don't think this would work. But anyway, maybe they can offer some advantages. Now, let's also look at their fundamentals, their numbers. Here, when you put on paper, you see much better, much clearer. You look at the revenue over the last 3 years and the last quarter. It has increased from 7 billion to 7.7 billion to 9 billion, right? And for Q1 2025, the revenue was about 1.6 billion, so another increase. Now, when you look at their earnings, the most important indicator for a company, you can see that they reported huge losses. Over 2 billion, over 2.9 billion, over 3.1 billion. So the revenue went up, but so their losses. And for the last quarter, a loss close to 1 billion. Now, here is the most important thing. If you look at the number of deliveries over the same period, the last 3 years, this number has increased higher than the revenue, from 122K to 160 to over 221. So from 2022 to 2024, the number of deliveries almost doubled. But the revenue, only a small increase, not a double, from 7 billion to 9 billion. Why is that? Because, as you see, the number of deliveries, the more they sell, the higher the revenue has to go, right? To be around that level. But that's not the case. And why is that? Well, because of price, competition. They are not alone, right? They also compete with BYD, Tesla, the main important car companies in China, and of course other Chinese companies. And they started a price war. BYD lowered the prices for their cars, Tesla followed, and NIO was also forced to lower the prices, because if they don't lower the prices, all customers will go to BYD and Tesla, and they lose their market share. So that's why the increase in the number of deliveries was higher, but the growth in the revenue was lower because of this price competition. And when you have more pressure on your prices, guess what will happen to your earnings? Look here. From a loss of 2 billion, that loss has increased to over 3.1 billion. And now, another important question is, when will NIO become profitable? Because if this company doesn't become profitable, they don't report positive earnings, you lose your money. Your investment will likely to go down in the future. Not about a new model, a new subscription. No, forget about those. These are just noise. You may argue with me, but believe me, mark my words, save this video and you will see. If NIO doesn't become profitable, your investment will be with minus at the end. And now, here is the thing, another important thing. If you look right now at their balance sheet, they no longer have a lot of cash. Look at cash, 3.9 billion and debt, 6.6 billion. Right? Do the math, subtract debt from their cash, they are with minus. In the past, they had more cash, but with plus. And what does it mean this? They start to burn their money. Because as you see, for 2024, their loss was 3.1 billion. What does it mean this? This means somebody has to cover their losses. And if you look at their cash, 3.9 billion, it will be enough only for 1 year. But after that, where will they get more cash to fund their losing operations? Guess what? Who will pay for their losses? You, common investors like us. Because they will start to issue more shares to raise money from the public market to fund their operations. Or of course, they might get some subsidies from the Chinese government. It can also happen. But still, you will have dilution. After they burn their cash, you will have more dilution in the future. And you have to be aware of this major risk. First, earnings. If they don't become profitable, you have this massive risk. And then dilution. More shares in the future. So even if they can report 10 models in the next weeks, 10 new models, right? It has no value. No value for shareholders. Because if they are not able to make a profit, your investment won't do well. Yes, in the short term, if you are a speculator, a trader, yes, the stock price will react, will go up because of those good news. Market sees at the good news. But for long-term investors, it doesn't matter. All it matters is to see profitable earnings at the end. So ask yourself, how many cars they have to deliver to be able to make a profit? For 2024, they had 221K. And my question, if they reach 1 million in the number of deliveries, 1 million, right? Ask yourself this question, this important question. If they deliver 1 million a year, cars per year, will they be able to make a profit? Maybe, maybe not. And let me tell you, they may make a profit only if the market stabilizes. You no longer have price competition. But if BYD and other players, also Tesla, continue to lower their prices, for sure, they won't be able to make a profit, even at 1 million deliveries. So you have to be very careful with NIO. Now, the current market cap and the price, still you have to think. Let's say from 221k to 1 million, that means close to, let's say 4x, right? 4x in the number of deliveries. Will the revenue go up 4x if the number of deliveries go up 4x? No, because you still have price competition. And you see what happened to the revenue in the past. Number of deliveries almost doubled in the last 3 years, while revenue increased just a little from 7 to 9 billion. So maybe you can have a double from 9 billion to 18 billion or 20 billion, around that level. 20 billion if they deliver 1 million in the number of deliveries. Now, on this, you have to think, what will their net margins look like? 10%? 2 billion? That's way too high. 5%? 1 billion? If they make 5% in net margins, 5 billion? In fact, not 5 billion, 1 billion. 1 billion, that means the market cap can go higher than 14 billion. Maybe 15 billion if they continue to grow. So right now, the market cap, based on their future outlook, may be around this range. 14 billion, 15 billion. So you have to be very careful what price you pay for this company. NIO is no longer a cheap company. So to open the box and show you the answer, in my view, NIO is not a great investment right now. You no longer have an advantage. Now, I may be wrong, but I want you to make money, real money, not to lose your money. So look at their earnings, see if they can become profitable. Now, if you want to stop losing money with NIO and other companies and make real profits, go to my profile, press join, and choose Titan Investors. There you will have access to my portfolio. Every time I make a transaction, I'll make a new video for you. And there I buy great companies with a margin of safety that will deliver you great profits in the future. Plus, you also get access to an investing course and other in-depth analysis. So if you want to start losing money and increase your returns, join my membership. And if you have other questions about NIO, please let me know in the comments.